Today we're going to talk about using speaker notes on a single and dual screens that are monitors. Speaker notes can be paper or electronic, and there are pros and cons to both. As far as paper always works, but you can generate fumbleitis and end up with all your papers on the floor. Whenever you use paper, I think that page numbers are a must. You got to have page numbers in case you have fumbleitis and you drop all your papers on the floor. You can figure out the order they go in without remembering the presentation to put the papers back in order. Paper is always good for writing quick notes before the presentation or the delivery, during the delivery, or even after the delivery, or even with Q&A. But with paper, do you dog ear the pages and then pull them apart very easily and so that the audience doesn't see them? Or do you staple your notes? The problem with stapling, it's very secure, but you have to flip the page to get to the next page. And if you've got a lot of pages, that could get a little distracting, as it is here in this example. I guess the third option that I had not thought about was not stapling, not dog earing, and maybe paper clipping them together, but you still got to put page numbers on there and then slide the pages from the right to the left to not be so distracting to the audience. Electronic speaker notes are easily backed up. Just back up your file and you got your notes, and they're not as easily lost. All these papers on the floor, I could forget one sheet or miss one sheet. It could slide somewhere that I didn't notice, but now I'm missing a sheet of my notes. One negative on electronic notes, the program must be up and running. So that's a minor negative, but you're probably going to have it up and running most of the time anyway. So speaker notes are easy and dual screen. You essentially want to connect your second device, make sure that PowerPoint sees it after you've enabled it in Windows or the Macintosh environment. Enable the second monitor in PowerPoint and then turn on presenter view. That gives you all the power of current slide, upcoming slide, timer, speaker notes, left and right advance, and some other features that we've gone over in previous videos. You'll need to practice with presenter view. It's a lot of information, and we'll have a screenshot later that you just need to be familiar with the layout to make it efficient when you're doing your delivery. And I love the timer function because you don't want a 20-minute presentation turning into 35 minutes. You may not be invited back unless it's work, and then someone will be fussing at you. So for single screen speaker notes, that's where the device will not show up as a second monitor. My preference is not to staple the paper notes because, as we've shown, flipping can be distracting. Dog earring works, makes it easier to grab. And I've also seen people use, I think it's called fingertip moist, that you basically just get a dab on your finger and it makes you grab the paper easier. But please make sure that the pages are numbered. Another way to handle speaker notes is to use an app on your phone or a tablet, you could copy the notes to Word and display them on that second device. And we'll show you real quickly as a review from the dual monitors video that you do not want to use duplicate screen. That basically sets up your second device the same as your laptop or your PC that you're speaking from. And what eventually happens is your speaker notes are hidden from you and you cannot get to them without showing the notes to the audience in edit view. That's why presenter view is so desired if your second device will show up as a second device. And the old version of the cell phone presenter that I have connects to the computer via Bluetooth. So you can walk around the room like with your laser pointer or some other remote device, and you have basically presenter view in the palm of your hand. You can advance and reverse slides. You have the timer. All the functions of presenter view are in that handheld device. You'll need to try it for your delivery. You need to try a few out there on the internet and find the ones you like. You can search under either PowerPoint Clicker or PowerPoint Remote on your cell phone operating system. PowerPoint Clicker or PowerPoint Remote. All right, let's go to a summary. I have a few slides built as a summary and we'll wrap this up. Okay, as a quick refresher, you want to go to your Windows desktop, go to display settings. Once it recognizes the second monitor, you want to extend the displays. Basically, you'll have one monitor here and the second monitor would be your projector or your LED wall or whatever you have, whatever you're using in your facility. You want to select that second monitor or second device and select presenter view so that you can have slideshow view on the second device and have presenter view on your PC at your delivery point. And this is an example of the presenter view. You have your timer, pause, reset on the timer, the time of day, current slide, next slide, any speaker notes, you change the font size of the notes, and then some other options down here. The pen, go black, magnify. I'm not sure what that one is, but you can right click on them and see these options, and you have more options down here in the slide advance. You can end the slideshow. You can flip flop the device outputs, and you can also show the taskbar. We've talked about notes. You know, you can have handwritten notes, you can have notes on stickers, but it's good and it's bad. It just depends on the way you want to operate your particular presentation and your delivery. Paper, good and it's bad. Do you staple or do you paper clip? Or do you do neither? So you can see here that even in this small office, this lady is presenting and they're using this monitor to discuss. Otherwise, they would all be hovering around this small 16-inch monitor. They have a larger 32-inch here. Same way in this conference room. The presenter can be at the table or even off away from the table, and everyone can see the monitor. So this is in single monitor mode. Hopefully they could get to dual monitor if they need it. So you're going to be projecting from your speaking location to a large monitor for the audience to see. Try very hard not to talk to the large monitor. You want to talk to the audience and adjust your device as you need to. So that's been our summary. Hopefully you have seen the differences between using speaker notes in single screen mode or dual screen mode, and even depending on which one you use, you can use paper in either one. Dual screen mode essentially ties you to presenter view and electronic notes. Single screen mode ties you to paper notes. So think about it, look over this again, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Have a good time with your speaker notes and knock a home run. Take care.